Belief should just come with the territory of being young. It gives kids the courage to chase their dreams, and it's where accomplishments start. It's hard for kids to succeed when too many of the adults around them, especially their teachers, are just focused on obstacles and failure.
We have such a belief gap in the United States about young people. We have a gap between what they're actually capable of doing and what the adults in their lives think that they're capable of doing, and we have to close that gap. We know we have to tell that story because we study failure too much and we study success too little. So for the last couple of years, I've been hearing about schools in Gary, Indiana that were doing really great things for kids, but I didn't know very much about Gary, Indiana, and what I did know was not very good.
Many students and their families are facing tough choices in Gary, Indiana.
New at 6, demolition is underway at Norton Elementary School in Gary.
I'm actually about to cry.
A broken heart stands outside of the abandoned Ralph Waldo Emerson High School in Gary, Indiana.
On Tuesday night, Gary's school district manager laid out a plan that would close Bailey Middle School and Gary Middle School.
Devastated by decades of economic decline, Gary's schools overall lag far behind other schools in the state in just about every category.
If you're a kid growing up here and this is your terrain, it feels like it would be hard to dream. It feels like it would be hard to believe that life can be good.
That's why I get so excited about what's being done here in Gary. What my kids are actually achieving is because of exactly what you said. Look at all the devastation. And out of this devastation, I've got kids kicking ass against the richest communities in the state of Indiana. There are no kids in Carmel, Indiana, graduating with associate degrees or even bachelor's degrees.
And that's why we came here, because we were hearing stories about a school that in the midst of all of that decline, all of that blight, they were still getting great things done for kids. And we needed to know why, what it is that they could possibly be doing to do something that no one else thinks can be done.
Our trip to Gary focused on the success of one school in particular, 21st Century Charter School, also known as 21st Century Academy. The key to success at this school is that they provide advanced classes to kids early on, and there's a focus on college and career readiness from day one. What also sets them apart is that they create avenues for students to attend college while still in high school, and it's tuition free. And what's most impressive, a lot of these kids are earning college degrees before they graduate from high school.
As an African-American male teacher, I'm realizing just sometimes just being in the mix, just being in their presence, gives them a different way of looking at things. Sometimes, they're inundated with so many things every day. They see it on social media, the black man doing this, the black man doing that. So it put us in these positions where we could just show them, yeah, we might be doing this, but we also doing that.
The importance of 21st century, particularly given its emphasis on college and career readiness, is that it represents opportunity.
It takes not only someone to teach them, but the child themselves to have that right mindset of, I can do this.
I didn't want my children to get stifled and just stunt their growth. I wanted them to blossom and grow, and this is what 21st Century has allowed them to do.
They were like no other school like around here that was doing what 21st Century was doing, especially when I got into high school, when they started with the where I could go get college credits. I got my associate's degree when I was in 10th grade, so my sophomore year that summer, I got my associate's degree. And then my junior year, I started at IUN, and that was last year.
This is the 13th best school in the state of Indiana when it comes to college and career readiness. And yet it is the lowest income school in the entire state.
We start from the fact that I knew very little about Gary before I went there. The only thing that I knew was that's where Michael Jackson came from.
This is the place where the Jackson family came to be. One of the world's most famous people actually lived in this house right here. So did the entire Jackson family. I think that's really important to point out because even in a place that has meager beginnings, still can have greatness come from that place. And that is what came out of this house right here.
Gary has a very rich history. And I think it's our job to educate our students about the part of the community, the culture that they're growing up in. and take pride in that. And it shows our students that the average person can get out and do great things if that's what you want to do.
When I think of the success that 21st Century is having with kids and how they are closing the belief gap, there's this poem that comes to mind from Tupac Shakur. Did you hear about the rose that grew from a crack in the concrete? Proving nature's law is wrong, it learned to walk without having feet. Funny it seems, but by keeping its dreams, it learned to breathe fresh air. Long live the rose that grew from concrete when no one else ever cared.